What's up, everyone? Thomas with Rising Edge. Just a quick recap on where we left off with this car. Front end is back together after a little minor incident. We've got a new bumper, we got new fenders, new core support, hood pins added back in, so the front end's pretty complete again. The suspension is out being rebuilt. The Öhlins TTX being converted from 4-way to 3-way so that they are GLTC legal. We are waiting on the shocks to come back, and then we're waiting on the new wide body kit. So exterior and suspension wise, there's not a lot to be done on the car at the moment. This is the Recaro Pro Racer containment seat from the E36. It's a really nice seat, but it's very dirty. So we are going to take it inside to clean it because it's about 7:30 p.m. and it is still well over 90 degrees outside. So I'm sweating, and I'm gonna go into the AC to clean this seat up before it goes back in the car. So taking a quick look at the seat after cleaning, came out really nice. Of course, the water that comes out when you vacuum it up is really disgusting. If you ever clean your race seat, you know what I'm talking about. But I spent some time this weekend working on the interior. We got these delete panels in for the gauge cluster and the AC vent. And I also spent some time dialing in the fit, the distance of the seat, the setback, all that. And then the steering wheel needed to come up. There actually was an extra jam nut down here on this adjustable column setup. I had to remove that to get it a bit higher. And then the last finishing touch that helped a lot was putting this 1-inch spacer here on the steering wheel to bring it a little bit closer. Got that all dialed in. It feels great. So I've personally been looking forward to working on the interior of this car. I see the potential in it. It's got a really cool Motec color screen. I love working with Motec stuff. We need to add a radio with the push to talk on the steering wheel. We need to add the cool shirt box. We need to move the PDM, and the interior just needs a really big cleaning. It's filthy right now, but we're gonna get it cleaned up. We need to dive into the PDM and reconfigure a few things. Maybe add a few pins for outputs. We're gonna be adding a steering angle sensor to the Motec as an input. Then another thing we need to address is just the wiring. It's a mix of Raychem shrink wrap and cloth tape. Not really sure why it was built that way. Nevertheless, all the cloth tape has this white dust and powdery stuff that's all over the cabin. So it's gonna need some gentle cleaning and just reorganization of the wiring. It might seem a little excessive to some to have 8 buttons on the steering wheel, but 7 of them are wired to have a purpose, and I'll go over them really quick. Starting here at the red top left, we've got push to talk for the communications for the radio. Green is going to be to clear the alarm if there's any alarms on the dashboard. Purple is the page for the screen. You can have multiple screens configured. This one is unused at the moment. This one turns on the wipers. This one turns on the lights. And then these two are for traction control settings and ABS settings. Let's see if we can go to another page. We've got ABS mode, traction control mode. This cycles between them. Now these also have buttons on the CAN keypad, but those are harder to reach. It's always nice to have stuff on the steering wheel so you don't have to take your hands off to make changes. It's also kind of hard to read anything outside, like directly in front of you, when you're in the moment, when you're racing, and you could be in the middle of a battle and you have to change something or turn your wipers on or something like that. And the less you have to wander and look at a center console or something like that, the better. I've been working on the floor pans. Last night's project was cleaning up this heel plate. It was extremely dirty with peeling up grip tape and all sorts of issues. So I took it out, cleaned it up, took the adhesive off, use a wire brush to brush the steel finish, and then put new grip tape on it. I also routed the throttle cable up and back. It was used to cross close to here, so I felt like your foot could snag the cable and that would be bad. Otherwise, this area is looking really clean. I 3D printed this cap. It's not installed yet, but it will thread onto this rod. Now the next steps for the interior are going to be this side really needs a cleaning. It is extremely dirty. We've got a delete panel to go here, hide some of the wiring. All this needs to be cleaned up. I believe these brackets are going to be removed. We're going to be removing this PDM from that location. It's too close to the exhaust. We're going to be putting it up here. That's about the only place the wiring is going to allow it to go. The cool shirt box is going to go in the trunk. And we've got a radio to mount. It's going to be in this area. So this wiring all needs to be cleaned. This is the wire for the cool shirt box. It's going to need to be extended because we're going to put it in the trunk. Here's some of the radio stuff. There's the radio itself. Antenna kit. Car kit. That is the push to talk button, which is actually going to be, we're going to be utilizing this button instead. So I had to test the continuity. I had it set up here using my multimeter to get the continuity confirmed for which pins this button uses, and that should work well. While we still have a lot to do with the interior, it's already starting to come together by putting some of the delete panels in. For the gauge cluster, the AC vents, the passenger side airbag, just to clean up the look some.